Hi, and welcome to my crystal ball readings for September 2022. Apologies for the lateness. I've been quite poorly these last couple of weeks, but I've done all the readings, and you may find some of the energies have already happened to you. But I'll give them all out anyway. So most of you will know that this is Poppy. This is the crystal ball that I use for my readings. It's full of beautiful energy. And what she does is she gives me symbolic images when I ask for your zodiac sign. So, and then I just interpret them images as I would if I was doing a reading for somebody. Okay. You'll have to excuse my voice, it's still not very, it's still a bit croaky. All right. Now, the general message I got for September 2022 was very much, it was all about disturbance and clearance, letting go, moving forward, which obviously, as events have unfolded in September in the UK where I'm based, can clearly see that's happening on at least on the UK level, if not on a global level. All right. But we'll go down the zodiac signs, and I've written all the symbols and that down. For Capricorn, she gave me a lady in an old dress with bare feet. Okay, and I thought, oh, I wonder what this is about. Anyway, but the feeling I was getting when I was looking at this lady was that it's like you're looking into your past or old family issues. Okay. And this is about grounding and releasing old karmic ties, especially one that's come down through generations. Okay. So that could be old belief systems, or you feel as if you're still carrying somebody's hurt from generations ago and it's come down the family line. So this is Lady in the Old Dress and the Bare Feet. The bare feet's about the grounding and the releasing. Okay, so that hopefully will be relevant at some level for people born in Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius, I've got a hermit and a lantern. The good old hermit coming out of the cave, very well lit. The lantern is. Okay, so that signifies to me is that you're now ready to move forward after a time of reflection or what I call life stuckness. Okay, you're now ready to start stepping forward now. Okay, even if it's just one step at a time, you're making progress. Okay, for Pisces, I've got warrior head. And it looks like a very what I call old culture hairstyle, like a Mohican hairstyle. I felt very drawn into family culture. But that wasn't so much, that was more to gain access to all cultural information, okay, which will help you take charge of the situation in the now, okay? So look into your culture and your traditions, whichever culture you feel you're in, or you are spiritually drawn into. Okay, and that old ancient information will help you with a problem or an issue that you've got now. Okay. Aries, I've got two protection shields here, which is really good from the point of view that you're well protected. However, when the shields tend to be held quite high, as they are in this symbol, it's very much about you can be overprotective, and being overprotective is can lead to problems. Okay, it doesn't make you as proactive as what you could be. So learn to be more flexible with your protection shields. Okay. Taurus, I've got two pathways in balance. So this to me is about, lifestyle balance, homework balance, money balance, spiritual balance, your negative and critical self-talk patterns, things like this. So whenever they're like there, it's kind of making it clear that adjustments can be made in whichever area you feel need balancing. You just need to look at what adjustments are needed. All right, but it's been offered you. It's up to you whether you take it, but it has been offered to you to help bring that balance in. Okay, so balance is very important in life. I don't think you realise, some people don't realise quite how much it is so. Okay, for Gemini, I got two leaves. Okay, one had still growing energy in it, and that was rising. The other one is fading like it would if it falls off a tree in autumn. Okay, so this is to me was a letting go process for one area of your life, whilst good growth is still going on in another area of your life. Okay, so that could be like career, job, or it could be just your thought patterns, relationship changes. But there is good growth still in one area of your life. Okay, just let the other fall naturally to waste as you would at the leaves off the trees in the autumn. Okay. In Cancer, I've got two skulls which were both in spirit. Okay, because there's quite a lot of spiritual energy around, especially one. And that means to me that's about your ancestors and you guys are trying to give you messages. Now, some of you are receiving these messages, but you still need to listen a little bit more. I know that's frustrating. I mean, I get messages like this where they give me messages and I'm thinking, I'm not going to know what you're talking about, especially about your own stuff. And it's really difficult sometimes to understand because they're very symbolic. They love the symbolism. And when you look back at the old cultures, the Egyptians, they did everything in symbolism. When you see everything, the hieroglyphs on the walls and things like that. And it's very much the same with your spirit guides. It's all in symbolism, and Poppy does it in symbolism. And symbolism means different things to different people. So it is about that listening, that understanding what it means for you as well. So just listen a little bit more. They are trying to help. Okay. Leo, I got life pathway was very well lit. Now, Poppy's very good at showing me what I call the life pathway. So I always know where the person is on their life pathway, whether it's getting a bit craggy or things like that, or they need a bit of smoothing or a bit of developing and that. But this one is very, very well lit for people who are born in Leo. Okay. So to me, that's about some of the decisions you have recently made will go well. Okay, and will lead to further adventures. All right, so that's a very interesting one. So I hope you realise what decisions you've made or are you in the process of making, because it sounds like it's, especially if it's instinctually led, it's going to be a good one. All right, Virgo, I got a cat and a bird. So obviously, these usually you don't see a cat and a bird; they're kissing each other. All right, but this is what they were doing in the crystal ball. So this, to me, is like they're being friendly towards each other. So difference can create balance in your life. Okay, so embrace and take a risk when difference appears in your life this month. Okay, because difference is making it's just helping create a different version of life for you. Okay, so embrace the difference and see where it takes you. Okay, so don't be frightened to take that risk. All right. Now for Libra, I got a kite and a man. Okay. Now the kite was very, very well lit. It was flying very, very high, but it required more freedom to fly even higher. Okay. The man was actually in the shadow, very much in the shadow. And that to me, and they're trying to control the kite, but it's failing miserable because it's not allowing it the freedom it needs. And this is very much what it's all about for you, is release old and maybe old way of thinking, give yourself more freedom because you wanted to fly higher than what you are. And but your own shadow self is stopping you. Okay, so think about that. It's not always easy to do the shadow work, but it is there, and it's giving you a good sign that you can fly higher than what you're doing. Okay. Um, Now, Scorpio was a very interesting one. I've not had this one before with Poppy, but I got a curious cat sticking a head in the crocodile's mouth. So a curious cat, sorry. sticking her head in the crocodile's mouth. It looked like it was going to eat it. So a cat to me is being curious, but far too curious for its own good. Which it's good to be curious, but it's also given a warning that don't be foolish in your curiosity either. Be a bit sensible. So curiosity is good, just don't be foolish about it. All right. It's that crocodile mouth will just if you don't watch yourself. All right. I thought that was quite a funny one, really. Sagittarius, right? I've got a person in bed. Like this symbol normally will appear is when the person needs rest, needs reflection, needs a bit of time out. Okay. So this is really what it's saying to you. Just remember your self-care, even if it's just locking the bathroom door for an hour, or whatever, time out and taking care of yourself is important this month for people in Sagittarius. You may have already done that. I mean, I know I have, but I'm not Sagittarius. But it is important. It is important, the self-care. So take some time out for yourself. Okay. So I think that's all of them done this month. I'm sorry, I'm still a bit croaky and a bit I feel a bit rusty. I've not done an awful lot this last couple of weeks except sleep. But that's just the way it is. We sometimes have to do it. I always know when things are bad is when upstairs, as I call spirit world, stop giving me tasks to do. But they slowly started pushing me to do a few more tasks now, so I must be on the mend. Okay, so I will see you in a couple of weeks when I've got October ones, um, crystal ball readings, and take care of yourself. Bye for now. Bye.